What is up, you happy hustlers out there? Cary Jack here, and welcome to day 10, baby. I can't believe it. You did it. You made it to day 10. Blissful balance. This is where it all comes together. I mean, I'm so proud of you. First and foremost, let me just say, kudos to you. Give yourself a pat on the back for just making it to day 10 and persevering, because let's face it, a lot of people start a lot of things, but not a lot of people actually finish them. And you are a finisher, and I'm so proud of you. This is amazing to just tie it all together with blissful balance. I mean, I truly believe that balance equals happiness. And I'm going to kick things off with a quote, and that is by Zig Ziglar. And he says, "I believe that being successful means having a balance of success stories across the many areas of your life. You can't truly be considered successful in your business if your home life is in shambles." So true. And I'm going to go double dipping on this one because I really love this quote too. And this one is by Albert Einstein. And he says, "Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving." Alberto crushed it with that one. Now, guys, I fully realize that it's kind of difficult to take me serious with this get up, all right? But this is my party outfit. This is celebrating day 10, baby. You made it to blissful balance, all right? So I figured I'd whip out the jean bucket hat and, my floral shirt. But for full transparency, I normally would button one more up, but this button somehow seems to be missing. So anyway, guys, I want to mention something as well, and that is the balance of life really is a balance of darkness and light. And one thing that symbolizes it for me, and why you may have seen the yin yang on, my martial arts fan, or even this organized yin yang pendant, or even, hey, I got one here too, another yin yang. It's really a representation of the dualism in our lives, right? The yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine energy, the darkness and the light, the peaceful, that's why I got this on, and the warrior. We all have these two sides of us. Actually, we probably have more, but it's important to recognize that there's a balance to life. And that's why I believe that balance is the number 10 alignment, blissful balance, what ties it all together, because we're not just happy and we're not just hustling. We're happy hustling, right? And that's what you've been doing. And that's what I'm so proud of you for, persevering and making it to this final day. Now, what I want to talk about first and foremost is just reflecting on where you may be out of balance. Ask yourself right now, you should have a pretty good idea going through the last 10 days and knowing the 10 different alignments. Which alignment are you most out of balance with? Lacking substantially? Which one? Is it financial abundance maybe, or even optimized health, or maybe even the last one, maybe selfless service? Maybe you haven't been, volunteering or donating. Which one is it for you? Think about it. I mean, because when we really can measure, we can manage, right? When we can identify which one we're out of balance with, then we can get back into flow. And that's the goal, right? To get into that flow state. So think about that. Regular reflection will allow us to get into that balanced state. And the real component of balance that I want to mention in this particular video lesson is the seasons of life. And many of you probably know the 4 seasons of life, right? We got winter, we got spring, we got summer, and we got fall. And, the Native Americans lived their entire lives based on these seasons, and they migrated accordingly, and they, got their tribes to hunt in certain seasons and then gather in others. And there was just a flow to life based on the sun, the moon, the stars, and ultimately the weather patterns and the seasons that come with it. And that's what I want to think about for you right now. What season of life are you in? And are you being honest and truthful in that season? Are you giving yourself the necessary actions and behaviors that are dictated by that season? Or are you forcing it? Are you out of flow? And I'm going to run through what these different seasons are right now. And I'll just give you a quick definition to allow you to expand upon it in your own, inner awareness. But let's kick things off with winter, right? We understand that winter is the cold darkness where we reflect, we regenerate, and we rest, right? Then we have spring, the season of nurturing. and budding greatness. A time of incubation and preparation, right? Then we have summer, the season to plant seeds, build, develop, hustle, and grow. And then fall, the season where you actually reap the benefits of what you sowed in the summer. So by clearly identifying which season you are in right now, you will then relinquish the unnecessary stress and pressure that, maybe you are putting on yourself, right? I mean, let's say you've been busting your butt in summer and you feel like there hasn't been much return. Well, you have to just realize you're in summer. You're growing your business right now. You're not gonna, hit the tipping point until fall. For the Happy Hustle podcast, I did multiple, I think close to 60 episodes before I even saw a penny, right? You have to realize that you have to see what it is for you in that particular season. Is it time to rest and regenerate? Is it time to prepare, to plant? Is it time to actually do the work? Is it time to reap what you've sown and ask for the sale? You have to be deliberate with right now where you're at in order to stay in balance, in order to stay in flow. This is such a key component, understanding which season you're in, because you will burn out if you push all year long, right? It's just not sustainable. And in order to really live in blissful balance, you must understand the flow of life, understand which season you're currently in, and which season is next coming up, and which season you came from previously, right? It's all related. So just understand which season you're in right now. And then I want you to take it a step further. Think about right now. Are you in alignment or are you out of alignment? Because this is all correlated with being in a balanced flow state. And if you feel like you're getting bogged down by the stress and the anxiety of the world, and you're distracted, or you got the silver objects shiny syndrome, they call it, where you're just like chasing rabbits and you just can't seem to catch one, it's probably because you're not aligned. And you need to just take a step back and reflect, figure out which alignment that needs your focus right now, which season you're in, and then get back into alignment, right? You have to understand, that it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies in each of the seasons. There will be work to be done, and adversity will strike, and you'll have to overcome and persevere. But understanding that balance in your life, or flow, or whatever the heck you want to call it, is just essential. So you must create it and keep it on your journey to happy hustling, the life you love, full of that passion, that purpose, and that positive impact. And something that I want to mention to you is a happy hustle hack, and it is the 10 alignments of being a happy hustler. You filled it out in the first video lesson, and hopefully it becomes a staple in your life where you can keep it on your wall and you think about it, every day, which alignment needs your attention, right? Hopefully you can even accomplish your 10 alignments in 10 capacity, or in 10 different areas every single day, right? So you're focusing on getting outside every single day a little bit of exercise for your optimized health. You're making a little money, financial abundance, right? Your love and relationship. You should be now using these alignments in your everyday life. And you should check them off, realizing that, hey, right now I haven't done my hobbies in a while. It's time to dive back in and do something I love. Maybe it is time to go fishing, or to go, and do a painting class, or whatever it is for you, your passion and hobbies. Or maybe you need to volunteer more, right? What is it? Maybe you need to just pray more and be more spiritual. Getting into balance every single day, focusing on which alignment needs your attention the most, and making sure that the others don't suffer in the process. That's key, right? Blissful balance comes when you have that holistic approach to happy hustling. You're knocking out a 5 in each of the 10 alignments. That is the goal, right? So a resource that I want to share with you is the book called The Power, and it's by Rhonda Byrne. She wrote The Secret. You've probably seen that movie and read that book, but this is the sequel. It's a very powerful book, and it teaches you about balance and getting into flow and being present and grounded and grateful. And I think it's a timely read, especially to cap things off for this journey. So I wanted to share that with you. So focus now on overcoming that adversity, overcoming that stress, that anxiety by getting into a blissful, balanced state. And you do so by really taking full spectrum scope of the entire journey that you just went on, those 10 alignments, and then figuring out which alignment needs your attention and getting back into balanced state, right? That's what it's all about. Focus on it and make it just a part of your life. What you can measure, you can manage. That is how you restore that balance, and that is how you regain the bliss in your life. Now, this has been such an amazing journey. I'm just so proud of you. I'm so grateful for you for sticking through it and making it to the end. It is such an amazing feat to just go through 10 days of becoming a happy hustler, the journey. This was just an amazing experience. I hope you really did enjoy it and get a ton of value. And if you want to stay connected, a couple resources. The Happy Hustle podcast is a great way to just see the latest of what's coming out of the Happy Hustle pipeline. Hear inspiring happy hustlers from all around the world share their love and their light with you. And it's very much probably the top resource that I could recommend right now, for free, at least, in terms of like staying up with your happy hustle practice. Because let's face it, it isn't just like, hey, I did 10 days worth and now I'm a happy hustler for life. No, it's a practice every single day. We got to have that happy hustler mindset, right? Another resource, you can follow me online on Facebook, on Instagram, at Cary Jack, on YouTube. I'm always putting out content in those different mediums, those different platforms. I also am, launching a pretty awesome mastermind. If you'd like to learn more about it, there'll be additional resources in this module. You can check it out if you'd like to apply. It's going to be epic, or it probably already is epic if you're seeing this video and it's a couple months past. But you guys are really now on your way to becoming a happy hustler, and I really just am so proud of you again. It's just your time now to go spread your wings and fly. Do amazing things in this life, and remember to do so with kindness, with love, with empathy, and just continue to happy hustle for the life you love, full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm Cary Jack. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm out. Peace and love.